everybody, welcome back to 360 Winnipeg's own Major Misconduct. I'm Scott Taylor on the Major. Mr. Conduct, Kurt Keelback's taking a couple of minutes off while we talk to Marc-Andre Drolet from Top MMA News. UFC 149 is coming up July 21st in Calgary, Alberta. One of the very rare but always anticipated Canadian fight cards. You're a little bit disappointed with this card, even though our good friend Roland Dorm's fighting on it.
They lied to us. They were selling that John Henderson was going to be on this card. They didn't announce it, but they leaked it. Yeah. That it was going to be on the card. They were looking to do this. Tickets went on sale. The most expensive tickets in Canada yet for UFC, and we've got the weakest card. It's very similar to the Brazil card, where it's a great card for Canadians. They have a lot of Canadian talent, but it's not a good bang for your buck.
But I was going to say, this is Canadian talent that you could have watched a year or two ago right here in Winnipeg fight on a CFC.
We were.
Like a lot of these guys have fought on CFC cards right in Winnipeg for a quarter of the price.
That's the problem with it, is the cost. And they need a bigger name to get more fans interested.
Now, it's all little guys mostly. It's mostly small fighters. Coke and Aldo is the...
Well, it was going to be the main event, and then every Brazilian that's been announced in this card is pulled out with an injury, mysteriously. And they've all been shuffled a month or two later. So I don't know what the problem is there. They don't know how to fill out visa forms for Canada or what. But we've got Nogueira's off the card. Jose Aldo's off the card. Shogun was going to be on the card at one point. There was talk of John Jones. Now we've got Uriah Faber against Renan Barão as the main event, and that's pretty weak.
That's pretty weak. Yeah. But for those of us in Winnipeg who would be excited about this card, we're excited because Roland Delorme has a fight. He's on it as a UFC contract fighter.
That makes it exciting for us to see Winnipeg's own 2-0 in the UFC, Rolly Delorme, and he's fighting Dantas Rivera, which is Francisco Dantas Rivera, which is not as tough a fight as he originally had announced. The UFC screwed this one up too when they announced that he was going to be fighting Bibiano Fernandes,
who never signed a contract.
They never had a contract with, so that was pretty bush league, you know. But anyway, you can't find a tougher.
But I don't think it matters to Roland, does it?
No, Rolly doesn't care. He has nothing to lose. He's 2-0, and he doesn't care who he's fighting. He's just looking at getting another win and getting some exposure. And
he has done a tremendous job. He beat Nick Denis. He got pounded for a while, but there was never any sense that he was going to lose that fight.
Not for him. Everybody else thought that. The sense was there, but Rolly didn't have it, and that's why he won that fight.
And that's what's important.
Yeah, he came back, and he's really smart on the fly. He landed a big left hook, broke his orbital bone, and sensed it, and just went in kill mode.
So is Roland Delorme the toughest guy you know?
Not necessarily.
Because he's not supposed to beat these guys, and yet he's come from serving pizzas in Niverville, Manitoba, all the way to the UFC, to the Octagon in Calgary.
Pound for pound, he's up there, though.
Yeah, pound for pound?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, without question.
Yeah.
Roland Delorme fighting in UFC 149 in Calgary on July 21st. As we said, a weak card. Barão against Faber in the main event. I could put Rolly Delorme in the main event and do better. Anyway, when we come back, Kurt Keelback and I are going to start talking football. The Bombers are about to start their 2012 season. This is Major Misconduct live on 360 Winnipeg from 4Play Sports Bar.